Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United are preparing a 25 million bid for Benfica forward Goncalo Ramos. Goncalo Ramos has scored 20 goals in 59 games for Benfica. He's under contract with Benfica until 2026. Goncalo Ramos has been at Benfica since 2013. He risen up their academy and he broke into their senior squad back in 2020. He is only the age of 21. So that's the news on him. Now I want to give you some news on Antoine Greizeman. So United consider move for Greizeman. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are involved in a row. And if the row doesn't get resolved, then there's a good chance that Greizeman will leave. At the moment, Greizeman is out on loan with Atletico Madrid. He joined Atletico Madrid on a 2-year loan last summer. Don't forget Griezmann's been at Atletico Madrid before, and obviously been at Barcelona and Real Sociedad. So far, Greizeman has spent his entire playing career in Spain. Revert back to 2017, Manchester United were very close to getting Greizeman, but Atletico Madrid got a transfer ban. So obviously, Man United didn't get Greizeman because of that. You know the news regarding Jude Bellingham. Man United are reportedly lining up a move for Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham. Will cost around 100 million. Chelsea and Liverpool have expressed an interest. Jude Bellingham has been at Borussia Dortmund since 2020. He's under contract with Borussia Dortmund until 2025. Borussia Dortmund got him from Birmingham City for an initial fee of 25 million. He became the most expensive 17-year-old in history. Let me put into the equation that Dortmund have lost, good players. They lost Sancho to Man United. They lost Erling Haaland to Man City. They've lost players like Christian Pulisic and Robert Lewandowski and all of that. So yeah. Erik ten Hag has already revealed his transfer plans for January. Erik ten Hag said that Man United will continue to hold meetings over strengthening the squad. Ten Hag is going to get a transfer budget of around 70 million. If Man United do sell Ronaldo in January, Ten Hag could get £100 million to spend. The January transfer window will be Ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. So far he's enjoyed one transfer window and he's made 6 signings so far. Obviously recommended Terrell Malacia in from Feyenoord. He recommended Christian Eriksen in on a free transfer. He recommended Lisandro Martinez in. He brought Casemiro in, brought Anthony in, and he brought Martin Dubravka in. Manchester United have spent over 200 million this year. Let me put into the equation that we've got rid of players as well this year. A lot of players have gone. You know, we sold James Garner to Everton. We loaned Amad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland. We loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR. We loaned Hannibal Mejbri out to Birmingham. We loaned Alex Tellez out to Sevilla. We loaned Eric Bailly out to Marseille. Not so long ago, Eric Bailly accused Man United of favouring English players and he had a swipe at Harry Maguire. Dean Henderson, of course, went out on loan. Lee Grant left earlier on this year. Man United sold Andres Pereira. Pogba and Matic both left. Lingard left. And, you know, we've seen quite a few young players leave. You know, despite this though, Ten Hag is still inheriting players from other managerial eras. Erik Ten Hag has been the Manchester United manager for quite a few months now. So far, Ten Hag's won 5 games in all competitions and he's lost 3 games in all competitions. Ten Hag, he's doing a pretty good job at Manchester United. I said he would. You know, this is his first full season. If he's to get Man United a top 4 finish this season, that would be a good season for his first full season, and you'd build on that. If he was to win a trophy, that would be even better because Man United have not won a domestic trophy since 2017. Ten Hag, you know, he's aware that he's got big expectations to exceed at Man United. Revert back to when he was at Ajax, he did very well because when he was at Ajax he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019 he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals and he developed the young players well. Earlier on this year, Ten Hag replaced Ralf Rangnick. He's under contract with Man United till 2025, there's an option to extend for a further year. And he's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, 5 managers have left since Ferguson. We saw Moyes go, Van Gaal go, Mourinho go, Solskjaer go, and Rangnick left earlier on this year. Now, you know the news regarding Michael Knighton. I updated you on him yesterday. Michael Knighton says Manchester United takeover bid is going as planned. Revert back to last month, Michael Knighton said the Glazers will be gone by next year. Revert back to 1989, Michael Knighton tried to buy Man United but he aborted a £20 million bid. Michael Knighton is well known for his involvement in Manchester United and Carlisle. As you all know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is still interested in buying Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is interested in a £4 billion offer to take Man United from the Glazers. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if he is appointed in, wants to bring Luis Campos to Man United. Luis Campos is the PSG director. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the chairman of Ineos. He's one of Britain's richest men. He's a billionaire worth around 15 billion. Earlier on this year, Elon Musk joked about buying the club. So there. But yeah, we've got to get the Glazers out of Manchester United because they've been a massive problem for a long time now. Obviously United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. Earlier on this year it said the Glazer family are open to selling a minority stake in Man United. The Glazers have owned Man United since 2005, so they've owned the club for around 17 years. So yeah, and obviously we've got Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren at Man United. They're working alongside Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag was the one that recommended them in. Richard Arnold as well. He's our CEO. He replaced Ed Woodward when Woodward left. We've got John Murtaugh, he's our Director of Football. Benny McCarthy. And earlier on this year, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Manchester United in an advisory role. So there you go. Manchester United won their last game against FC Sheriff 2-0. It was the first game we'd won in the group. It was Man United's second game. It was good to see us bounce back from that 1-0 defeat to Real Sociedad. The goals against FC Sheriff came from Jadon Sancho. That was Sancho's third goal of the season. And we saw Ronaldo score, and that was Ronaldo's first goal of the season and his 699th goal of his career. Not so long ago, Man United were supposed to be playing Leeds, but that got postponed. And the other week, Man United were supposed to be playing Crystal Palace, but that got postponed, obviously, due to the Queen. Obviously, the Queen's funeral was yesterday, it's now over. So Manchester United's next game is Manchester City on the 2nd of October. But next year, you know, players will be leaving Manchester United. I think there's a good chance Ronaldo will be leaving in January. Like I said, Ten Hag could get 100 million if Ronaldo leaves. Man United stars expect Ronaldo to push for a January exit. A number of clubs have been in for him. It's said not so long ago that Ronaldo is set to receive a new transfer offer from Saudi Arabia to leave Manchester United. Ronaldo's contract at the club expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last year from Juventus, so Ronaldo's been in his second spell at Man United. Ronaldo has got 25 goals in all competitions. He has 18 goals in the Premier League. Ronaldo's got a good pedigree as a player. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Next year, I think we'll get rid of Martial. He doesn't get in the team enough, plus he's had a few injuries this season. Revert back to pre-season though, he did well to his credit. Last season he was out on loan with Sevilla. Brandon Williams, I think he'll be going next year. He's another squad player. He's been out with injury. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich, was Brandon Williams. Luke Shaw, I reckon he'll go next year because there's no way back for him in the team now because Terrell Malacia is our first choice left back. Luke Shaw's injury prone, which is a concern. Shaw's been at United for around 9 years or so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. His contract at the club expires next year. Phil Jones, I reckon he'll be going next year as well. Doesn't get in the team. Tuanzebe, he's another one who I think he'll be going next year, doesn't get in the team. Last season was out on loan with Villa. Well, he's enjoyed 3 loan spells with Villa. Basaka, he's another one who I think will be going next year. Again, nowhere back for him in the team, as Diego Dalot is our first choice right back. Dalot, I think, has played in every game this season and been very impressive. Lindelof, I reckon he'll be leaving next year. No longer one of our first choice centre-halves. He was no longer one of our first choice centre-halves when Man United signed Varane. Fred, I reckon he'll be going next year as well. No longer one of our first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. So there you go. By the way, Marcus Rashford is set to return for the Manchester derby on the 2nd of October. Marcus Rashford has been out with injury. He obviously missed the game against FC Sheriff. As you all know, Rashford's set to miss the England games. Erik Ten Hag though said he can make the World Cup squad. As you all know, Man United are ready to hand Marcus Rashford a new 5-year deal as a reward for his early season form. Rashford's current contract at the club expires next year. There is an option to extend for a further year. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. On my next video, I'm going to be giving you Man United's player ratings so far this season. Drop your comments, likes on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.